So I'm sitting here with Mr. Floyd Borden, business manager. Borden.
Yeah, come on, man.
Okay.
Interview me.
Mr. Floyd Borden. Real simple questions about Black history. You know, is it still important? How do you find Black history?
What do you mean by how do I find Black history?
How do you define Black history?
How do I define Black history?
Yes, sir.
I would define Black history as any event that has African Americans or Black people involved in it. And anything that we're a part of, and it continues on to the future,
okay.
We make it history.
Okay. Well, we often hear the phrase Black history is American history. Given this assertion, do you think that Black history is still necessary, or do you believe that it contradicts the goal of assimilating Black history into the Black narrative of American history?
No, I definitely think it's still necessary. I believe that everybody comes from culturally different backgrounds. Everybody has a different environment that they grew up in. So it's necessary to separate everybody's history. I believe at the same time you can be part of American history, but it's still important to know where you come from, and that's part of Black history as well.
Okay. Well, how do you gauge the general knowledge of Black history at Duke?
Depends on where you're at and what generation you come from. I think a lot of our faculty here in the history department know a lot about Black history. They try to teach their students about it. They try to teach their students about a lot of different parts of history. Before I came to the history department, I used to think that history was just about times, date, places, things like that, but there's a lot of different culturally relevant things to history. I also think that if you're part of a younger generation, you don't really think that it means a lot to you, but there's a lot of places, even right here in Durham, that are affected by African Americans and Blacks in history that people don't even know about. A lot of first Black insurance companies, Black banks, Black businesses, that had pertinent effect, HBCUs, churches that kind of helped stabilize and create a lot of what Black history is about around the United States. And a lot of our youth, a lot of our kids don't even know that it started right here.
Okay. Well, can Black history help us understand current events in the United States?
I believe so. I believe it has an important effect on not just in the United States, but across the world.
Okay. Anything else you would like to add?
No, just that more people should get into it. More people should be involved. We should bridge generation gaps and not, just say, oh, well, you're older, so you don't understand what I go through or where I come from, or you're too young to understand this. I believe it doesn't matter whether you're 80, 90, 100, 20, everybody should be a part of it.
Okay.